It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Able to power through. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go!
Their own 26-yard line.
Come on, set, Henry. Check, watch 54, watch 54. We own it. Trump. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards on the game's opening play. first and 10. It's Jackson. Roberts got him. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now it's Jackson. He may try and run for this. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw is Jackson. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in his opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Jackson going to throw again. It's caught by Roberts. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
And the shuffle pass to the running back goes for no yardage, but they used to call that the Utah pass, made famous by Coach Cactus Jack Curtis and his quarterback, Lee Grosscup.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Quentin Jefferson. And this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judah. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3's him. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. He had to force the field goal.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, Wilson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone for Baltimore. Touchdown. Miles Boykin, 46 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Pernell McPhee. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Steps away to his left. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
The drive starts with C.J. Procise. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. A 2nd down carry for Procise. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. On 1st down, Procise. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Wilson going to hand it to Procise. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. On 2nd down, it's Carson.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now it's Carson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in his first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Roberts has it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Jackson now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Connects it to Roberts, right side. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, 49 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
He'll check that down to Carson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They'll run on first down. Carson, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now on 2nd and 13, Wilson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He lets it fly from Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but and a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for as much as anyone.
The 4th and long, and they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee. As they'll start at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Here's Wilson throwing again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Eluding the pressure. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Jackson now. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line.
Good work. Let's go. Let's go. At their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Well, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
And he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. He finds Roberts, complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Jackson has got it to Ingram, complete. Touchdown! A 1-yard touchdown.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give, how much